Here at the gate on Tudor Street, we've got the amazing Thomas Frake, winner of Masterchef 2020. We're here for Valentine's evening, and we're going to have a great night. Thomas, thank you so much for giving up your time. It's you know, this charity is very dear to us. We've helped a lot of people, but we really want to help even more people. So this is really awesome. A big shout out to Finishing Feast. Thomas, you partnered up with them guys?
Yeah, partnered up with them last year. We did 2 menus to launch, which was fantastic, doing home delivery up and down the UK. Yeah. And then we were 3 months in, refreshed the menu, but I wanted to bring it forward by 2 weeks so we could do tonight and launch with Valentine's night and do something special for Beyond Food and to do it here, which is great. And that's the menu that we've got tonight. 4 courses this time. It was 3 last time. 4 courses, a little bit more special, and it was kind of aimed and geared towards Valentine's night, really. You know, sharing a steak together, sharing a 4-course meal together, a cheeky little amuse-bouche, and that was the reason why, you know, we've relaunched the second menu, and it's been great working with Finishing Feast as well. I launched it; they've been fantastic, and to go straight into it and do nationwide delivery is great as well.
To go to sleep when I got you next to me. All night I ride with you. I know you got my back and you know I got you. So come on, come on, come on. Let's get physical. Lights out, follow the noise. Baby, keep on dancing like you ain't got a choice. So come on, come on, come on. Let's get physical. Adrenaline keeps on rushing in. Love the simulation we're dreaming in. Don't you agree? Don't you agree?
At the top of the donut, just to dress it, and this had a bit of seasoning as well. Just sprinkle that over the top of the donut.
Just finish it off, a little bit of savoury, kind of sweet.
Exactly that.
Yeah,
a little bit more of a cheesy hit. And there is your pre-starter, your amuse-bouche, the lovely Boyle and Bloom filled brioche donuts.
Do you want to put it over here?
Go for the
nice little close-up.
This is like the Saturday Kitchen money shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are your Boyle and Bloom donuts, topped with a red onion chutney and seasoned with a starter to get things going, ready for your next course. The soup isn't too difficult to serve up. I'm just going to go straight from the pan into the bowl.
Soup is one of these things, isn't it? When you sit in a restaurant, you make soup at home, generally you chop everything up, you chuck it in, you might whiz it up and that's it.
Yeah.
When a chef makes soup, like you've made soup, you pass it and you look after it and you nurture it and you get the seasoning just right. It's something else, and I can see that's...
This delicious mint dressing. This is basically an oil and vinegar dressing that's blended up with fresh mint and parsley. Gives it a nice vivid green. Yeah, really just drizzled over the top of the soup.
Lovely, and it just comes to the surface.
Just comes to the surface as an oil, sort of splits. Just give that a drizzle.
Now, anyone at home, we'd like to see what you're doing, so show us. Very good.
Hazelnuts.
Now, if you are wanting to, switch your camera off and just eat that together, then please do. If you're happy to share with us and talk with us, then that would be awesome. Masterchef.
Yes.
So I've done a bit of telly. I was, no one probably knows this, but I went on Dragon's Den, and it was super stressful. And by the way, no, I didn't get any money. I can only imagine it's massively stressful.
Yeah, strangely, all of my stress and anxiety with it was the sleepless nights beforehand. Yeah. So Masterchef is a mix of invention and also some prep, just from a logistical perspective. You know, if you're doing dishes that are true to you, they have to get the ingredients in. So you have a few days where you come up with the concepts for dishes for the brief, and genuinely that is the most stressful part of it. You know, obsessing over every little detail on what you're going to do. Yeah. It's pure sleepless nights leading up to that. But the moment you're in that kitchen and you just, as John says, let's cook. It is super. Everything just goes. I don't know. You guys in this weird sort of zone where the real world doesn't exist, and you're just focused on the food and the cameras, the crew. John, Greg they're just not there. You literally just head down and get working. And I actually ended up being in the Masterchef kitchen, enjoying that more than being at home cooking. You know, A, because you've got all the equipment that you need and it's just there, and B, truthfully, because someone else is doing the washing up. You know, so it's just it just became a joy to be in there rather than being stressful.
Yeah, and when you're, because I don't know the show, I haven't been on it. I've watched it a few times, obviously. Yeah. I from what you can see, because if it's on every night or once a week or whatever, it looks like you don't know what you're going to have to do on the next show. Or are you, when you say the night before, you're worried about it? Are you cooking at home, trying to perfect the dish, the night before? Yeah.
So, you get a very short period of time to ultimately tell them what ingredients you need, and you get an idea of what you're going to cook. But the night before that, I was every time doing 2 cooking sessions beforehand, 2 prep sessions, if you like. Just one was about getting the idea out and creating the dish and what it's going to look like and testing what works, and then tweaking it, and then the second one was, can I do this in the allotted time? So that was the kind of process that I went about doing it. But literally every show the night before I was cooking.
And did you have any, because you're not a professional chef?
No.
So have you got any mates that kind of were giving you tips, or is it purely off your passion for cooking?
So funnily enough, 99% of it was just purely off of passion, researching, trying, and don't get me wrong, the internet's a great tool now, and even amateur chefs can find really chefy and technical ways to prepare things. So I did a lot of research, applying my own ideas and flavours to it, but researching the basics through books and online. But my girlfriend Ella, her brother is a chef, lives in Spain. And for the first round doing the fish and chips, he was like, "Oh, you need to do this for the batter." He was teaching me all these little secret tips and techniques. Just literally just for that first round, funnily enough. But it worked out.
Because even as I've been a chef for 30 odd years. I watch Masterchef now, and I'm going, "Oh my God, there's things in there that I'm learning watching it, and that's not always from the professional chefs. That's also from the Masterchef, series. I mean, they're unbelievable, and your food was unbelievable. Wasn't
thank
it?
you.
I mean, you really captured you didn't just capture the food and the flavours. I think both Greg and John were captured by your sort of soul of what you were putting into the dishes. Right.
I think it was just, as John sort of said to me, it was like you kind of captured the soul of the nation by the food that you're doing, and it was just, I think everything I did was familiar. But I just tried to make it the best it could be, or add additional technique to it. But it was all pretty much basic flour. I started off with fish and chips. I did bread and butter pudding. I did a pie. I did a roast dinner. These are all pretty big British staples.
But the thing about food is, it's not just about what it tastes; it's the story behind it.
Exactly.
And sometimes the simpler the food actually can be the better.
Yeah.
Cool.
off on the grill. Well, I'm assuming you're obviously sharing it between two. It just helps keep it warmer for longer. You can see we've had to even refire ours on the grill because of losing the heat out the pan. But it's still, because it's been sous vide, it's still lovely and pink. And
we do brigade. We use Philip Warren down in Cornwall. Our beef is unbelievable. But we do a lot of sharing here, and we just love it. I mean, that idea of, you know, all getting stuck in, sharing a plate from the middle of the room. It's just, that's what food's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I've got this lovely fillet steak. Just stack that up. Your rump steak. Just stack that up on the plate on top of your spinach. End up with a lovely big share up, and then I'm going to finish that off with some black pepper at the top. And the thing with the steak is, you almost want to, well, I do anyway, sort of over season it to an extent.
Yeah.
Drink so much of the salt and the pepper. And then on a little side plate for you to share between yourselves are these lovely, soft but crispy beef fat potatoes, which, as you say, in the middle, and just fall apart tender as well. The first one I had of these sous vide at that temperature, then seared. It's almost like added a big scoop of the.
Mike has said it's the best beef he's ever had.
Oh, amazing!
So thank you for that, Mike.
It's delicious. It's just that even cooking temperature. Just
he also said he was a vegan. Oh no, that was a different Mike. Very good.
It was the best bit of beef he's ever had. It tasted just like salmon.
Yeah. Sorry, tell us what this was again. So
this is just the whipped milk curd. That's been in the fridge. Basically, just very rough quenelle of that dolloped onto the plate. Put a little bit of a divot in, and then this stuff is just, I could drink this. This is a blood orange syrup. So it's just blood orange juice, some sugar, tiny little bit of thyme in there, just for a bit of that sort of fragrance and florarity.
Florarity, yeah.
Florarity, there we go. Put in there, just, for the extra flavour and taste, and then just reduce down into this syrup, which is delicious. And then I've just filled it into the little the thing. And the idea being, you've got that lovely sweet, sour, St Clement's tart, lovely crisp pastry. The whole thing's brought together with the creaminess of the whipped milk curd, which is basically like, as I say, a ricotta cheese with whipped cream, and then this blood orange syrup just to add sweetness and flavour to it. And if you want to, obviously, you can give a drizzle on the plate as well.
Yeah,
bit of chef with it. And there is your dessert for this evening, which obviously we'll let you enjoy in peace for yourselves. It's the St Clement's tart, whipped milk curd, and blood orange syrup.
Lovely, very cool, very cool.